But the first book that I put on this list is The Mating Game by Lana Ferguson, because Hello, good morning, and welcome to another video on my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Courtney and I like to talk about book stuff. I like to read books, I like to talk about books. If you've seen my last two videos, I've mentioned a couple times that my husband and I are traveling for his job for like the next many months. There is no real timeline here. And so we packed up our entire apartment, we put it in storage, and I just brought like my daily necessities, pretty much all of my clothes. At some point, maybe I'll show you guys that situation. But yeah, we are here in our first location, which is Michigan. I kind of just wanted to start a little travel vlog, reading vlog. I don't know, just like a regular anything vlog. So what we're gonna do is after this intro, I'm gonna kind of hop back in time to show you some B-roll that I got from yesterday, which was our first full day here. But before we do that, let's talk about what I am currently reading / reading plans, because this morning I did finish a book, and that is Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey. And this is book 2 of the, I don't know if you can see it with the glare. This is book 2 of The Expanse, which is a like sci-fi series. And usually I don't read too much sci-fi. There's been a couple times where I've picked up sci-fi and it's been like a bad move because I just couldn't get into it. But I will say I really do like this series. My brother-in-law for Christmas last year bought me the first 3 books in the series, and I really liked the first one, Leviathan Wakes. I think I gave that 4-ish stars. Like, I really enjoyed it. And I find this series, as far as sci-fi goes, and like the sci-fi jargon, the space jargon, I generally have a hard time with that. But in this series, it's like I can still wrap my head around it. There are some paragraphs here and there where I'm like having to reread it, having to really think deeply about like, okay, what does this mean? But for the most part, it is pretty easy to understand. There are a lot of politics, and I just find the whole like intergalactic politics to be really interesting, because you have Earth, you have people who live on Mars now, you have people who live in the outer planets. So you have people just living all over space, and then you have this weird proto-molecule thing happening. It's very like sci-fi horror, and I don't know, I really enjoy this series. It's very high action, and I think that these authors, because it is 2 authors, do a really good job of like really subtly showing how vast humanity's, you know, emotions and their humanity like can show through. What am I trying to say here? I feel like I just really jumbled that up. I don't know. I feel like the characters in these books show a wide variety, a wide spectrum of our humanness, right? Because it's such a wide stage, obviously, with it being space. You have this huge setting with many different characters. And so I don't know, it's just really fun. It's really fun, it's really good, it's high action. I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to read the last one of the 3 that I own. I don't know if I probably won't read it right now. I like to kind of take breaks in between them. But yeah, so I did finish this morning. I gave it 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. And the plot line of this one specifically was, once again, really fun. And every time I picked it up, I was engaged. Like, there was never any point in time where I was like bored or didn't want to pick it up. I read it while doing this whole like packing and moving situation, which can sometimes affect my enjoyment, but this time it really didn't. Every time I picked it up, I was excited to read. So that's that. I don't know exactly what I want to read next. I brought only 3 physical books with me to start out because I wanted like room to grow and buy books while we're traveling. And those 3 books, I have like the tripod set up on my book box, but I brought His Grace the Duke by Emily Rath, which is like Bridgerton era, Why Choose Romance. I brought The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst, which is cozy fantasy. And then I bought Skyshade, which is book 3 in the Lightlark series. So those are just books that I needed to read that I just wanted to bring a few books physically with me. And then on my Kindle, I have downloaded The Wolf King by, I can't read the author, Soren Palfreeman, Karen or Soren Palfreeman, something like that. And then I have Warrior Princess Assassin downloaded as well by Bridget Kemmer. So, I can't even see that. Yeah, so those are the ones that I downloaded before we left. Obviously I can download anything really on my Kindle to read, but I don't know what I'm in the mood for next. So you'll probably, as usual, find out what I'm reading when I find out, which I need to sit down and figure out what I'm in the mood for later. Today, you know what, we'll come back to today because we're gonna, like I said, go back in time, and I'm gonna show you some B-roll footage of when we got here yesterday. There was a big like winter storm. We just beat it on our drive here. We had like a 10-hour drive and we knew like this huge winter storm was coming in. And so we were a little worried. We were like, oh, should we maybe have like not left today? But it ended up being perfect because as we were getting here, the storm was starting to like really pick up here. So we were able to get settled before like the full brunt of the storm hit, which was really perfect timing on our part. I don't know how we did it. You're gonna see how beautiful and snowy it is. Okay, so we have moved locations since the last time I was talking to you, but so the main thing on my agenda today, this is day one, it's December 1st, day one in Michigan, and I kind of want to just get my life back together. I did work out this morning. I didn't show any of this, but I woke up, finished my book. I did a 1-hour home workout with what I had. I'm gonna have to probably get creative somewhere along the line in this travel thing that we're doing, but I'm proud of myself because I did work out for an hour and I did still get a sweat on. And you can work out with just body weight, and you know, I have to remind myself of that sometimes. Like, don't make excuses. Like, you can move your body, you can get in movement no matter where you are, what your situation is, and what equipment you have. Like, you can do it. So anyway, I got an hour workout in, and then I showered, got ready, ate breakfast, kind of planned out my day a little bit, and then that's the heat turning on. Sorry, hopefully you don't hear that. What was I gonna say? Did some work stuff, posted on Booksta. Now we're here, we're filming, and one of the main things I wanted to do today is set up my new laptop. I'm really excited because I convinced hubby, he was gonna get me a laptop for Christmas anyway, but I convinced him to get me the one that I originally wanted, which is this Lenovo Legion. I really wanted it because it's white and it's a pretty good like gaming laptop, which means that I will be able to do all of my like video editing stuff on here, no problem. But he had done some research and found a different one that was like, I think it's Asus, that he said was a little bit better graphics card, but the Best Buy we went to didn't have that one in stock, and they did have this one. So it ended up working out that I just ended up getting the one that I originally wanted anyway. So I am going to start setting my own profile up. I need to get all of my like tabs in my saved toolbar so that when I go to do, you know, client check-ins, when I go to do editing, I need to download my editing software, all of that, kind of get myself set up with this fresh slate. And so I figured I'd kind of show you a little bit of that. That's gonna be the biggest portion of my day probably. And then I need to eat lunch. I need to update my reading journal I need to do my November reading wrap up, December, all of that set up. So that is what the plan is for today. Maybe I'll show you a little tour of where we're staying and we'll go from there. is now the next day. The last thing I showed you guys yesterday was, oh, hello. Hello, why are you not focusing? I think the last thing I showed you guys was a little bit of where we're staying, and what did I even do yesterday? After I got my laptop set up, oh, I did a lot of like updating my reading journal, getting my November reading wrap-up page done in my reading journal, thinking about maybe what I want to read in the month of December, which actually, let me pull that. And I want to talk about the book I just started. Why are you not focusing? Is it because it's a little light in here? It's 7 a.m. and it's still pitch black out, so love that. Love that for winter. December, I really struggled with like figuring out what the heck I want to read in December because I hadn't even given it any thought at all. But the first book that I put on this list is The Mating Game by Lana Ferguson, because I forgot that comes out this month. Well, today. It actually comes out today. It looks very wintry. The cover looks very wintry, and I think this is set in the same world as The Fake Mate, and I really loved that one. So I'm super excited for this one. I've heard good things from people who have gotten the arc. So that one is on my list. I'm kind of hoping, if my husband gets out a little bit early today, I'm hoping maybe we can go to the bookstore and I can look for that one. We'll see. And then I also put The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst on this list because one, I have it with me physically, and then two, it's a cozy fantasy. I believe this one is set in winter. The cover is very wintry, so again, a good one to put on this list. And then I put Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Kemmerer on my December TBR because I had already had it downloaded on my Kindle, and I just keep like randomly thinking about it. And that's actually the one that I started on my Kindle this morning, which we will talk about in just a moment. But yeah, that's the third one on my December list. And then I put Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wong on this list as well, because this is one I've been wanting to read for a while. I've only heard amazing things about it. And recently, I've seen a couple of my Bookstagram friends reading it and really loving it as well. So it just keeps like bumping it up on my TBR. So that is one that I would love to buy physically eventually. But yeah, we'll see. Right now, like I said, I'm reading Warrior Princess Assassin. I just started it this morning and I'm already, let me check. Yeah, I'm already like 20% in, if you can see that. Chapter 6, and already this is very like fun and fast paced. It's following three main characters. You have Jory, who is the princess of this kingdom that's trying to, they're struggling. They are kind of being attacked by this one area of the country, and those people are called Dragonis or something, and they keep attacking the borders. And so where the princess lives, they need an alliance with this other kingdom called Incendar. So she's basically going to be married off to this king, and he is a warrior. His name is known all over the country. He's known to be like brutal and cruel and all of these rumors, right? So you have the warrior king, you have Princess Jory, and then you have the assassin. And the assassin has been friends with this Jory since they were children. And so I can already tell her we're gonna have this very interesting dynamic, because I've heard that this is like love triangle, but where they're like, the boyfriends are boyfriends, you know what I mean? Like they're all kind of gonna be having some romance. And sometimes I don't know how I feel about that, but I can see the way this is going, that it's going to be really good. The princess, Jory, and the assassin, I already like don't remember the assassin's name. Asher. Jory and Asher, they already have like pretty good chemistry. And then the princess and the warrior just met. So I don't know. I think it'll be really, really fun. It's already super fast paced. Like I said, in like 1 hour, I've already read like 20% of this book. So yeah, things are going swimmingly with this one. What is my plan today? Like I said, I would love to be able to go to the bookstore later. If hubby gets out early, that would be fun. Oh, also I want to work out. I was gonna work out now, but then I was like, maybe I should also wait for hubby to do that, because I know he has been wanting to work out with me as well. So might as well do it all at once, right? And then the only other thing I have is filming and then starting to edit this video. But I don't know, I kind of want to get like more footage. Like if we go to the bookstore, I could get a little more footage. So we'll see where this video ends. But yeah, that is the plan for today. That's what's going on. I'm just reading for now. It's literally freezing. It snowed again all night. We got like another 3 to 6 inches. So it's a winter wonderland out there. That is it for now. is now the next morning. I think what I ended on yesterday was I was showing you guys the winter wonderland that we are currently in. It's absolutely beautiful and frigid outside today. Again, still snowing, very windy, and yeah, it's a tundra out here. But anyway, before I wrapped this vlog up, I did want to talk about Warrior Princess Assassin because I did finish it this morning. I almost read it in one day. Like, I started it yesterday morning, and then before I went to bed, I got to like 80%. So I was like so close to being able to read this in one day. I definitely could have read it in one day. But yeah, this was very fast-paced, bingeable, super fun, kind of just like not super serious vibes. Like, if you want a fantasy that is fast-paced and not a lot of brain power and a spicy slow burn, this one is for you. Like I said, we follow 3 different characters. One is a warrior king, one is a princess of another kingdom, and then her best friend is the assassin. And I generally don't like love triangle type books, but this is completely different. It's one of those situations where like even the boyfriends are boyfriends, if you know what I mean. And so I did think I liked this a lot better than a love triangle, because instead of 2 people fighting over one other person, all 3 of them are building connections separately and together. And the way that this was done, I think, was really, really good. I think when you go into this kind of a book, you probably, I feel like a lot of people just assume it's gonna be like all spice, right? And no really like deep connections being made. But I feel like with how relatively short this book was, it was about 400 pages, I feel like this author did a really good job of building a deeper connection between the characters and giving us kind of a little bit of all of their background stories. I really liked all of the characters. I thought that they did change and grow as the story unfolded, especially one of them, one so more than the others. But yeah, I just really enjoyed this story, these characters. It is an extremely slow burn. Like, you don't get like anything until like the last 10% of the book, which I personally love. So don't go into this thinking like, oh, it's gonna be like all smut or anything like that. It's definitely not. It's more like a, like I said, bingeable, fast-paced romantasy where you are journeying across lands. There's magic and betrayal, and you're finding things out alongside the characters. And some parts were maybe a little bit predictable, but again, I feel like if you go into this open-minded and just looking to have fun, I feel like you'll have a really good time. So yeah, I did indeed love this. I rated it 4.25 stars. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. There were a couple things towards the end that I was like, it kind of got my ick meter going a little bit, but I couldn't really point to what exactly it was. It might have been like something in the language, or like the ease of something happening. And again, because you only have 400 pages, you only have so much time to kind of finagle these things. So I am excited for the next book though. With the way this one ends, you find some things out. Like I said, you get a little bit of romance, but not enough to be fully satisfied. Like, you get enough to be intrigued, but then you're left kind of wanting more. So I do foresee myself reading the next book when it comes out. This was a really good time. If you're trying to get out of a reading slump, I think this would be a great one to go into, because just like I said, it's just so fast-paced, very low brain power, which is exactly what I felt I needed after finishing Caliban's War, being that that's way more like politics heavy, scientific jargon, stuff that like my brain had to work really hard to understand. So yeah, that is the reading update, and with that, I'm gonna leave you guys. I was thinking about leaving you guys on like the B roll that I got from yesterday and just being like, okay, that's all. But then I was like, I finished this book this morning. I can't leave you hanging. I'm just about to go sit down and edit this footage right now. I have no idea how long this vlog is, but yeah, this is my first kind of like travel vlog. This is our first stop along the way. Stay tuned for where else we go and what else we get up to. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I would love to know what you are planning to read in the month of December, or maybe let me know a book that you've recently loved. Something along those lines. If you've made it this far, leave a snowflake in the comments due to it being a winter wonderland. And December, happy December, by the way. And I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.